Welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. On this topic, I'm going to teach you how to sketch using visualization technique. For this exercise, we will need a picture as our subject and then copy it into sketch form. It's okay if it is a little bit messy because this will be just your underlay. Okay, let's continue with the creating the lines that we need. The main outline of the building where you have your roof, outline of the roof. Okay, let's use a scale to be able to have that unit measurement. Now let's continue with the creating that column using your rolling ruler. Now you have to, if you need like 4 spaces, and then the middle part is have a wider space, so you're gonna measure it proportionately according to that image that you have in your reference. When I'm working on this, I'm looking at the picture just by visualizing it to be able to recreate that picture on the sketch drawing. Now let's draw the horizon line in red pen so that it would stand out. This is your horizon line, also your reference. The man's eye view is on this level. Okay, let's start to do the detailed design of the column by just looking at the picture, catching the details, the curve, the vertical, horizontal lines. Let's draw the vanishing lines. So your vanishing point is on the center. You create that lines, angled lines toward that center point. Everything vanishes from that center point because this is just one point perspective. Let's continue with the other column. So it's okay to have some mistakes because again, this is just the underlay we're going to use as reference for our final sketch on top of this. I'm going to sketch the center part where you have the chandelier. I'm just going to do the left side of this drawing, because later on I'm going to show you that in one point perspective you just need to do half of it and then you just retrace the other half. That is if the design of the architecture is symmetrical. If I use the rolling ruler, it will be easier to do those parallel sketches. You can reference your line to the existing line. We're almost finished with our underlay sketch. So soon we're going to start with the final sketch on top of this. Just get a new clean tracing paper. Now let's do our final sketch drawing. Now doing this freehand felt tip drawing on top of your underlay where we made those lines using a ruler, it will help you guide your hand. So you can use your rolling ruler as a guide, but at the same time you're actually doing it in freehand. Either way, it would look, the lines would look a little bit squiggle. You can always use your rolling ruler to help you with the reference line. So I use it combination, sometimes freehand, sometimes with the use of a rolling ruler. Now when you start to do the furniture, you have to be careful with the scale, with the sizes of this furniture in relation to the space. We just trace it and we will have that smooth squiggle lines, and the lines, the drawing behind will guide you. We can just do this really quickly, and as I said before, we're just going to do half of it. Then later, as you can see, behind it's not finished, the underlay is not finished, so later I'm going to show you how we're going to do the other half. Let's add some texture by putting some dots on the surface. Now with all this detail, it's good. It's a good thing that you don't have to do the whole thing, only half of it. And it's better if you know how to do Photoshop. You can, you don't have to retrace the other half. You just have to use Photoshop to copy, mirror, and paste it. It's also important to have a constant pressure on the felt tip pen so that your lines would have a better looking appearance. For the roof, I decided to do the whole thing because it's much easier this way. I don't need to trace the other half for the roof. Now we're done with the left side of the sketch, final sketch. We're going to I'm going to show you how we're going to do the other side by tracing, folding the tracing paper and just tracing the one that we draw. Now let's start to put the shadow by using the pelt tip. Just make quick diagonal lines, small diagonal lines, repeated diagonal lines to create that shadow. And remember, you have to be consistent with your shadow where it casts. If it is your sunlight is from the right side, the shadow should always cast to your left, to the left side of the structure. So the shadow will help make the sketch stand out. Okay, we're almost done with our final sketch. Okay, let's take a look at what we have created. Okay, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to support the channel. Thank you.